the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and tonight we're talking to the lovers and friends. On this show, we discuss whether or not men and women can be friends, and we decided that yes, they can, but most times men want to hop on that opportunity when they come for a shoulder to cry on. But what if you actually take your friendship to the next level? Not in the bedroom, but romantically. Will it be successful? Oh, we're gonna dive into it, but first, we like to have a nightcap on this show, and it's dry January, and
we got
Nurse Sal, you got something unique. What do we got?
We got Lipo B12 shots for dry January. What is Lipo B12? It boosts your energy, boosts your cognition, and boosts that fat burning agent that we all want. New year, new you, honey.
Oh, baby, I love it, but I'm a little wary of taking this, so we're gonna talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later, no
Okay,
worries.
perfect. And maybe the people on the couch want some too.
They're gonna get shots.
All right, we've got the lovers and friends on the couch, so let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's get to know our friends turned lovers. Here on the couch for the very first time, we've got Nurali Wiley and her husband Jamal Wiley. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Y'all are fans of the show. Y'all ran into my DMs, and here we are. Thank you so much for being here.
Yep.
Next to you, we've got Sunnie Ray and her boo, Scott Schaefer. We've had you on individually. Y'all know them from TLC, baby. And there's been a lot of drama with y'all too, but we're getting into the love story tonight. Okay, so we're talking about how y'all were friends to begin with, and then it turned romantic, which is the best love story, I think. So Nurali and Jamal, let's start with y'all. Take us through your love journey.
Well, I guess we grew up next door to each other from about 4 years old all the way through. So elementary, middle school, high school till graduation, we stayed next door.
Oh, y'all literally grew up together.
Yeah, made mud pies together.
Yeah.
Like, grew up
cool.
together.
Oh, wow.
But never dated.
Never dated in those.
dated.
No.
We
How
were
old
always,
were you?
you know, we were always friends. We always had classes together, whatnot, you know, just over the years. But never just, you know.
And were y'all like friends who like hung out all the time, like even outside of the neighborhood, or were you guys just like acquaintances, like, yeah, that's my neighbor?
We were friends. We hung out time to time.
Yeah.
But like he did his own thing.
I was outside. She was more family.
Yeah.
More family oriented and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Okay,
Crazy.
so y'all grew up together, graduated high school, and then what happened?
And then I went off to college. He was working, and my senior year of college, I think I was cleaning my car in my driveway, and I felt a car slow down in front of my house, and I was like, you know, I'm about to get kidnapped. Something was gonna happen.
Yep.
And then I turned around slowly, and he popped out of his car, and we just exchanged numbers and just started texting since then.
Were you just like, Nurali?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, because I was passing through the old neighborhood, and yeah, like she said, I saw her outside, and I stopped, and I said, hey, oh my gosh, you know, and we went to Applebee's maybe a couple of weeks later, and then here we are.
Hold
now.
up, not Applebee's. Y'all know last year Applebee's was like the no, you don't ever take a girl to Applebee's on a date. But baby,
That's
a
where we went.
success story.
Yes, that's where we
But
went.
it's also in you, not on you. Especially when it comes to a rule like that, I've never had an issue with that. And I would guess I was blessed meeting her because she's just not that type of girl. She was never materialistic or. I mean, I say that loosely. Hold on. Yeah, I say that loosely.
I have never asked for a bag or designer or anything.
Yeah, she doesn't. But it was just we hit it off. We went for drinks that one time, and it ran from there.
Wow.
It ran from there, and here we are today. 12 years later.
Yeah, this year will be 12. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's
I love
crazy.
this story.
Yeah.
All right, Sunnie and Scott, let's hear about y'all's.
Well, ours is a little different. Whenever I first met Scott, I was like me and Scott were both heavily in the dating apps, and you know, we were swiping right on other people, and I actually was sitting at his bar, and he was bartending for me and a different guy, and me and that guy stopped talking, and then me and Scott became friends, and he worked across the street from my house, and I would show up every day, and I just was
Wait,
like,
what? Not
Hold
you
on.
raising your hand.
Hold on. No. There was like 8 or 9 of those dudes. Yeah, she's tripping right now. She was cycling through. I've never made so many drinks before in my life. So let me interject. That's how that went down. It was like,
Okay, so you witnessed multiple first dates that she was on.
yeah.
Failed. Okay.
Yeah.
First date.
Yes, and so she was, that was like her spot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's where she was taking them. So I'm
we
making
read
them
the book.
drinks. Then slowly she started coming by herself. Okay, then I'm just making her drinks, right? And her friends or whatever. Then she started coming with sandwiches for me.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I like this guy.
And I was like, man, she really likes sandwiches. I had no idea.
I feel like men are really oblivious when a
He
woman
was,
is.
and I was like, what do I need to do to like, what am I gonna do? So then I made a mistake.
She made
And
a
that's
mistake.
whenever he was like, will you marry me? After he
I-
after he had my steak.
No, I asked
basically.
her out. I asked her out
just
because I was like, oh, I could have sandwiches every day, and sometimes some steak. They weren't just sandwiches; these were extravagant sandwiches.
Wait, were these homemade sandwiches?
I'll bring you one.
We're talking like avocado puree, like made-up vegetables that no one's ever heard of.
They're from her random backyard.
I cook with love. I cook with love, okay? Like, you toast the bread, you melt the cheese, you put the mayonnaise and
Yeah.
all the different sauces, and you chop up the pickles and the onions, and you saute this, and you make a really good sandwich. And then if he still doesn't ask you out, you make a really, really good steak. And then if he still doesn't ask you out, then just look everywhere else, because then he don't like you, sis. You know.
The whole time she's doing that, though, we're having like conversations that are meaningful, and she motivated me and like made me. She was like okay that I was a bartender, but she made me want to be more. You know what I mean? And like she just was like she made me want to be a better person, like all around. So all that was going on while the sandwiches were being made. So it was more than just sandwiches, but yeah. So I fell for her during that whole process.
Okay. Oh, this is getting really sweet and romantic. We never go this way on the nightcap. But you stay right there. We've got more coming up next. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We're talking to two couples who were friends and then became lovers. And baby, we learned a few things during the break that were not shared earlier, okay? Listen, Jamal, were you in a relationship when you shouted at Nurali?
Man, I wouldn't call it a full just relationship, situationship for sure.
A situationship
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
And Nurali said that the woman was sitting in the car
Yeah, well,
when
I was on the move, passing through the old neighborhood, and I saw her outside, and so I stopped.
But
I
his
stopped-
girlfriend was in the car.
I stopped innocently, but just
But her
like I
stare
said,
wasn't innocent.
yeah, but
Oh,
and
her
just
stare wasn't.
down the line, a couple weeks later, like I said, we went and had drinks, and just it took off from there.
Okay, so I'm gonna explore this little moment, right? So you're in a situationship when you see Nurali, you take her out to Applebee's just to catch up.
Right.
Do you confide in her about your relationships and the struggles
Yeah.
in that?
Absolutely, because
So you were the shoulder to cry on.
whoa. There was no.
There was no crime.
There you go. There was no crime, but I don't like to lie. It's hard.
vented.
It's hard to keep up with the lie or whatnot. And she, like, when we met, she was different. She was different. Her soul was different. The way she moved, thought, just her, how sweet she was. Who wants to hurt somebody like that?
So you were forthcoming. You're like, hey, I'm seeing somebody.
Yeah, for
yada
sure.
yada.
Because like she was in the car.
I saw her. Yeah.
And that was communicated both ways.
Okay.
It was communicated both
Yeah.
ways, and it just, like I say, it grew from there.
Okay, so Scott, we heard about Sunnie coming and bringing dates to your bar, but did you ever talk to her about any situationship or relationship?
So in my situation, first off, there was nobody else in the car. I'm just playing. No, it was okay. So my situation was like I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. I was freshly sober, and still kind of figuring out life. So I was seeing people, but because she came with all of these dates and I had no idea that she was trying to date me, I was telling her everything.
Yeah, I got the tea from, I got the tea.
So there wasn't necessarily someone else, but she knew about everyone else. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah.
So y'all would vent to each other
Yeah.
There was
about your relationships, dating life.
There you go.
There was a weird situation in the beginning where I thought he was dating this other girl that was kind of an actual stalker, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot
That's
about
what I
that.
thought you were about to say.
No, okay.
That's
Yeah,
why
I had
was
a stalker.
Yeah, I remember her.
You had a stalker?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not going to say her name, but she would come up to the bar and.
Are you sure it wasn't Sunny?
No.
Was she bringing sandwiches?
Yeah, no, this was like an actual real issue where what happened was one time, because she would always come to the bar or whatever, I made out with her outside.
One time.
Like outside, right? And after that, it got crazy. She would call like a million times, call my work phone, talk to my boss, and be like, let me talk to him now.
This is
Like,
sounding baby reindeer-ish.
I was trying to think of the name.
yeah, no, this was a full-grown reindeer. This was a big
It
old boy.
is baby reindeer.
This was Vixen.
It was crazy. So I thought that was his chick, and I learned from other people and him that it wasn't. And I was like, oh, okay, so he's free game. So this whole time I thought that this other chick was, dating Scott because they had hooked up or whatever. And I mean, not hooked up, but kissed.
PG
but
version. PG
whatever.
hookup.
PG.
But yeah, so I had to deal with that and,
Yeah.
handle that situation.
I did not know that's where that was going.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Oh,
Baby reindeer.
He doesn't
Yeah.
remember
definitely
anything.
baby reindeer.
We watched that whole series.
Yeah, me too. I got glued.
I did too. And it won awards. I mean, that was good.
yeah.
All right, so what I'm hearing though is that y'all were comfortable enough to share your dating experiences and your other relationships and the failures there, right?
Communication is key.
Yes.
Communication is key across all avenues.
And then everything was out in the open. There was no oh, I just found this out. Why didn't you tell me about it? It's kind of out there.
I think that's why it works because
Yeah.
y'all were friends and then there was no, there was no gray area. So
Yeah.
you're open and honest with everything and you're like, okay, so now I see who you are and I like that about you. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's,
You're not putting on airs.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Nothing to hide.
right,
It was
right.
out
We
in the
are
open. Yeah.
All
Best
cards on
friends.
the table.
We are
Y'all
best,
are best friends?
Absolutely.
Are y'all best friends?
Best
Absolutely.
friends.
That's the only way to do it.
14 years later, I
Literally.
still can't wait for him to come home. It's crazy. Yeah. I know.
I love that.
Babe, I feel the same way, babe. Okay. Y'all stay right there while you gush, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about love between friends turned lovers. We've got Nirali, Jamal, Sunny, and Scott. And baby, you guys have been gushing. I've been feeling good. This is probably the warm fuzzies I haven't felt on this show ever. Okay, so for people at home who have been struggling with dating and really just can't seem to find their partner, do you think they should start looking at their friends differently? Like maybe through a new lens? Or is that,
I think
come on, Scott, just say it.
I think they'll know. I think they'll know if they have that one friend that that they should. But what I would say is you gotta grow some balls and just go for it. Because a lot of times that's what it is. People are scared of rejection, or oh my gosh, we've been friends for this long. There's no way she feels that way. Or there's no way he feels this way. But just do it. Just go for it. If they're really your friend and they're not trying to swing like that, you're still gonna be friends. You'll probably just laugh about it.
Will you?
That's
Will
for
you?
sure.
Yeah. If not,
Once
then
you
you're
get
not
over
supposed
that
to be
initial
friends.
awkwardness,
Yeah, it may
I think
take
you can still
a
be
little
friends.
work, but I just if were to cross I guess a boundary or something between two friends or whatnot. With time, and again,
If it's a conversation and not you just going in for a kiss, right? Like, yeah, the rejection
Can't be
would be
too
hard.
aggressive.
Yeah, it can't be too
Yeah, it
aggressive.
I
can't be
think
too
you got to ask them on something that would be considered an obvious date. You know what I mean? Like, and start treating them a little differently than you would a friend, I guess, right?
So a sandwich is not an obvious date, but a steak is.
Oh, for sure.
Got it.
I literally had to make it obvious. Like I brought him sandwiches, I brought him a steak, and then he asked me out actually, and he was like, can we hang out without other people? And I was like, okay, like a date. And then when I realized it was a date, I bought him flowers and I put it in this little cute little thing because he loves aliens. And I got this, my sister Sarah, she has like a little floral company, all the pretty things. And so I was like, do you have anything alien? And she got this little like tin and it was like manly, okay, manly flowers that said you're out of this world. And I got him blue flowers and I was like, normalize getting flowers for guys because you know guys always. So I was like, okay, if this isn't obvious, like, hey, I like you, are we gonna freaking kiss or what? Like, what the hell? But we did, yeah.
So Jamal and Nurali, I mean, it took y'all a long time to get to where you are now, especially since y'all were making mud pies together.
Yeah, because we dated for like 2 years before we put any type of label on it.
Yeah, we did. We dated for a long time before we like made it official. I think we both wanted to know, we didn't want to hurt each other. Yeah. And we both wanted to make sure we were ready to be in a relationship.
And I knew she was different.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like it's hard for people at home to like look at a friend and say, you know what, maybe we could take it to the next level. Obviously, there tends to be an attraction between men and women naturally, right? But to like go down your list of friends is a little different, I think.
Yeah, it can be risky.
But it is nice knowing that they know you for who you are without you putting on a performance like you do on someone you're trying, that you just swiped on.
You have to feel so comfortable around them, right? You have to be able to kind of just talk about anything, pick on each other, all the things.
So should people just go out looking for friends?
To be honest,
I
mean, honestly,
kind of.
I think you should go out without expectations. And I think when you're out there looking for a relationship, it's tough because you have so many expectations attached to it. I mean, Applebee's. But if you ask me today, do you want to go out to dinner? It would be a different story. Like, you're going to take me to Mastro's, not Applebee's. You know, but
I honestly think that nobody should go out looking for anything because that's when I found it was when I stopped looking and I was looking in all the wrong places and
literally right across the bar from you.
Literally, I always say this and I told my mom this so many times. I had a winning lotto ticket that I never scratched off right in front of my face and it was him and it was right there every day. Like I get so emotional because it's like I feel like a poor man won the lotto with this guy every day. And no one goes to play the lotto and says, give me a winning ticket. You play and then you win and then you realize that. And I think that's how you should look at love and life in general and just friendship in general. You don't know.
Y'all are something to aspire to. Listen, I'm gonna dry off these tears, but coming up next, I'm heading behind the bar for a very interesting shot with Nurse Sal. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now. I've got Nurse Sal here in the building, and baby, typically we do shots, we do cocktails, mocktails, but you were like, shots? I got those. And these are very different kind of shots. You're like, shot.
Everybody.
Okay, so what exactly is this, Sal?
So these are actually lipo B12 shots. So lipo, it means it burns a little bit of fat, right? And we got that B12 to boost that energy and cognition, boo-boo. That's what we have right in here. And then we also have IV therapy. So right here is part of my restorative IV therapy. So it has a little bit of glutathione, ascorbic acid, it has a little bit of magnesium, B1, 2, 3, and 6. And what it does, it boosts your energy, boosts your cognition, it brightens your skin.
Baby, all the good things.
Yeah, so here at San Munoz Collective, we also have NAD. All the celebrities are doing NAD. It's all about like NAD, anti-aging, boosting your energy. So that's what we have going on here at San Munoz Collective.
Okay, so San Munoz Collective, is that something they call you, come to their home, or do you have like a storefront people can
So
come
we
to?
are a storefront. Think about it like a one-stop beauty shop. It is a collective of all beauty things. We got lashes, we got brows, we got nails, we got anti-aging, the Botox, the fillers. We got all the things. You could be there all day with us, hang out with us. For sure.
Okay, you were like, new year, new you for real.
Absolutely.
Come to San Munoz Collective and get your shots. Okay, well, listen, I asked who was down to take a shot, and Nurali said, me. So, Nurali, come on, baby girl.
So this is very simple. It's gonna feel like just like a little vaccination. You know, we got the flu shots going on there right now, but we got Lipo B12. So this is something you could do weekly. And like I said, what it does, it burns fat. So the lipo part helps the liver burn fat. And then the B12, well, you know, B12 is great for energy and cognition. Who doesn't want to be more cognizant and full of energy? So
let's do
super
it.
simple. I'm just gonna clean a little bit here on your shoulder.
Okay.
It's not gonna hurt.
So where are you located?
I am located on 2019 West Alabama, so between West Alabama and Shepherd. We just opened. We've been open for 2 months, but I've been in business for 10 years.
Wow.
Little shot. How
Okay,
bad
so the
was that?
IV situation.
Oh,
sorry.
easy.
See, how easy was that?
That was great.
Super
I didn't feel
simple.
it.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Bada bing, bada
There we
boom.
go,
there we go, there we go.
Okay,
And
the
that's
new
how it
kind of
should
shot
feel.
for the new year.
Yeah.
IVs with a whole bunch of good things. All right, awesome.
I love it.
You feel good?
I feel good.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
need all the energy.
There
Oh,
we
you're
go,
gonna
there
get
we
it,
go.
you're gonna get
All
it.
right, baby. Turn them friends into lovers and lovers into friends. All right, cheers to you. We'll see you guys next time. We've got every episode of The Nightcap, and we can go for hours. Download the Fox Local app on any of the following smart TV platforms and get in on the fun.